As the election race heats up, Donald Trump has identified a critical issue he believes could be the nail in the coffin for Vice President Kamala Harris's political ambitions. With the aftermath of Hurricanes Helene and Milton causing devastation, Trump's claims about the Biden administration's response could resonate deeply with voters, potentially shifting the electoral landscape. In the ever-evolving political arena, key issues can make or break a candidate's chances of success. Recently, Donald Trump has been vocal about what he perceives as a significant vulnerability for Vice President Kamala Harris and the Democratic ticket. Beyond the usual battleground topics of immigration and the economy, Trump has pointed to the administration's handling of natural disasters, particularly the response to the recent hurricanes impacting red and red-leaning states like North Carolina, Florida, and Georgia. He argues that the perceived ineptitude of the Biden administration during these crises could serve as a pivotal October surprise, shaking voter confidence just weeks before the election. Trump's criticism centers around the White House's response to the hurricanes, which many have deemed insufficient. In a recent interview with Fox News host Maria Bartiromo, Trump expressed his belief that the administration's efforts have fallen short, particularly in regions that could be crucial to the upcoming election. The other issue that's really big, he stated, is how badly they've done with North Carolina, parts of Georgia, when you look at what's happened in Florida. By emphasizing the struggles of these states, historically key battlegrounds, Trump aims to undermine the Democrats' standing among voters who may feel neglected during a time of crisis. The situation is further complicated by claims that FEMA's aid packages are inadequate, offering only $750 to affected families. Trump and his supporters allege that this amount is insufficient to address the needs of those impacted by the storms and have sparked fears that accepting federal aid could lead to government ownership of their homes. This narrative plays into broader themes of government distrust and mismanagement that Trump has long capitalized on. The Biden administration, however, has repeatedly dismissed these claims as disinformation, calling for Trump to publicly retract his statements. In response, Harris has taken to the campaign trail, specifically targeting Trump's assertions during a church service in North Carolina. She accused the former president of politicizing the suffering of hurricane victims for his gain, saying, "Sadly, frankly, the motives are quite transparent, to gain some advantage for themselves, to play politics with other people's heartbreak." This direct pushback highlights the rising tensions as the election date looms closer, with both sides working to define their narratives to the American public. Adding to the drama, President Biden also addressed the ongoing situation during a briefing on Hurricane Milton, remarking directly to Trump, "Get a life, man, help these people." His candid response not only indicates a growing frustration with Trump's rhetoric but also seeks to reassure voters of his commitment to disaster relief efforts. This exchange signals a heightened level of animosity between the current administration and Trump, revealing how intertwined their political battles are with the pressing realities of disaster response. Trump's confidence about the upcoming election is palpable, as he claims leads in swing states and national polls. However, he also notes the unique challenges Harris faces, suggesting, "There's something wrong with a candidate, but I'll take it." His strategy appears focused on exploiting vulnerabilities, including perceived weaknesses in Harris's communication and the administration's response to crises, all while positioning himself as a champion of the American people who is willing to confront the issues head-on. As the election approaches, the dynamics between Trump, Harris, and the Biden administration continue to evolve, shaped by both natural disasters and political maneuvering. With Trump targeting the government's response to hurricanes as a potential Achilles heel for Harris, the stage is set for a contentious final stretch leading up to the election. Whether or not these claims resonate with voters remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the interplay between politics and crisis response will play a pivotal role in shaping the 2024 election narrative. As voters head to the polls, the questions of leadership, preparedness, and responsiveness will undoubtedly weigh heavily on their minds.